People are of two types regarding sleep. One type has light sleep and the slightest thing can disturb them. Even a breeze passing by can wake them up and keep them from falling back to sleep. As for the second type, even if the world is falling apart next to them, a hurricane hits the place, or World War III breaks out, they wouldn't care. These two types exist in everyone's life, and if we put it accurately, each of us can be one of the two. In the beginning, to understand the difference between light and deep sleep, we first need to understand sleep itself, how it works, and the stages that any person goes through from the moment they get into bed until they wake up. It is agreed upon by scientists that during sleep, we go through 5 basic stages. The first stage is the shortest during the entire sleep period, as it lasts only a few minutes. We can say that this stage is an in-between state. You are neither fully asleep nor fully awake, and the body starts to prepare itself for the stages that follow. During this stage, we notice that the breathing rate decreases, the heart rate slows down, brainwave activity reduces, and eye movement also decreases. Additionally, the muscles begin to relax. In this stage, it is very easy to wake up the person who is sleeping. Then comes the second stage, which lasts a bit longer, from 30 to 60 minutes. During this time, the breathing rate, heart rate, and brainwave activity slow down significantly. Muscles relax more, and eye movement stops completely. From here, the third stage begins, which is the first stage of deep sleep. After that comes the fourth stage, which is considered the deepest stage of all sleep stages, making it difficult to wake the sleeping person. This fourth stage is crucial for overall health, to the extent that it's called the healing stage. During this stage, your body performs multiple vital functions. The kidneys start filtering the blood, wounds heal faster, the body builds and renews cells, important hormones begin to be secreted, blood sugar levels are balanced, metabolism functions optimally, and finally, the immune system is activated and removes any toxins present in the body. These 4 stages can be collectively referred to as the non-rapid eye movement stage of sleep. Upon the completion of these stages, the breathing rate, heart rate, and blood pressure start to increase again. Your eyes begin to move rapidly in all directions, and brainwave activity reaches its highest levels, almost the same level as when you are awake. This is what causes dreams to occur during this stage. Once the 5 stages are completed, the sleep cycle starts again from the beginning and can repeat 4 to 5 times in a single night. This depends on the person sleeping and their age. So after all this talk, what does it have to do with some people being heavy sleepers and others being light sleepers? The crux of the matter when it comes to deep and light sleep is the time each person spends in each of the stages we mentioned, and contrary to expectations, the number of hours a person sleeps has no effect. In this regard, what makes a difference is the time each person spends in the stages of deep sleep and light sleep. So it's very possible for someone to sleep 6 hours and get all the rest they need because they spend time in the 3rd or 4th stage, which are called deep sleep. And another person might sleep 9 hours and wake up feeling like they haven't slept at all because they spent their sleep time in the light sleep stage, which is represented by the 1st and 2nd stages. Quite simply, if you spend most of your time sleeping in the light sleep stage, your sleep will be light, and if you sleep more in the deep sleep stage, your sleep will be heavy. Generally speaking, we find that young people spend more time in the deep sleep stages, unlike older people who spend less time in it. And that's why older people generally have lighter sleep. And it's not just the time spent in each stage that determines your sleep pattern. Other factors also play a role. Among these factors is sensitivity to sounds. Sleep patterns vary significantly depending on how people react to noise and their responses to it. For instance, people who are more sensitive to sounds tend to have lighter sleep compared to others. Additionally, genetic factors also play an important role in this aspect. For example, if one of your parents had heavy sleep, there's a high chance you will too, and vice versa. Additionally, lifestyle itself also plays a role in sleep patterns. The most common example of this is excessive caffeine consumption. Whether it's coffee or tea, both negatively affect sleep rates. So do all people who suffer from heavy or light sleep face health problems, or is the issue simpler than that? The truth is, there's consensus that deep sleep, contrary to what many of us expect, is significantly beneficial for health. This is due to the reasons we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, which only occurred during the deep sleep stage, also known as the healing stage. And of course, this does not mean that deep sleep is without its drawbacks. Among the harms caused by deep sleep are an increased rate of obesity and heart disease. Add to that the fact you might miss out on a lot while sleeping. For example, a meeting and the company that you are always late for. On the other hand, we find that light sleep has far more problems than deep sleep because the body is deprived of all the benefits that occur during the deep sleep stage. In the end, whether your sleep is light or deep, there are some tips that can help you achieve the difficult balance and sleep better. Among these tips is to set a specific time to sleep and a specific time to wake up. When your sleep and wake times are consistent, you maintain your body's internal clock or circadian rhythm. Additionally, if you continue to sleep and wake up at the same time every day, your body will adapt to this schedule and you will benefit the most from the time you spend sleeping. Another thing you can do is establish a bedtime routine. This means dedicating the last half hour before bed to doing something you enjoy and find relaxing. You could read a book, write in a journal, or take a warm shower. The important thing is to avoid any activities that might be physically or mentally strenuous. Also, try to keep the temperature of the room you sleep in as cool as possible. A drop in body temperature greatly aids in sleeping for a longer duration. The fourth thing you can do is to make sure your mattress and pillow are as comfortable as possible. Investing in your bed mattress, office chair, and other places where you spend a significant amount of time during the day is a worthwhile idea and deserves a portion of your budget because it will benefit you in the long run in ways you cannot imagine. Another thing you can do is eliminate external disturbances like noise or light, such as hanging blackout curtains in the bedroom or making the bedroom the farthest room from the street. Finally, keep electronic devices out of the bedroom. The TV, computer, and phone screens emit blue light. This blue light suppresses the production of melatonin, which is responsible for regulating the sleep process and plays a very important role in determining the body's biological clock timing. That is it, we are done. Who made it this far? To everyone who made it, you're the best. Give us a like before you leave so we know how many made it to the end.